Mr. Fred H. Lamson of Kentucky. The 3 judges will be Carlos Sucra of Venezuela, Huiso Fernandez of Puerto Rico, and Rodolfo Maldonado of Panama. Chief ringside physician Dr. Frank B. Doggett. Also in attendance, Dr. Earl Wilson and Dr. Paul P. Williams. Counting for the knockdown seconds, Rudy Battle, and the timekeeper is Justin Butanico. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Convention Hall in Atlantic City by way of the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, let's get ready to rumble 12 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world. The referee for this contest is Steve Smoker. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the solid black trunks and weighs 146 1/4 pounds. He's ranked number 8 by the World Boxing Association. His professional record, an excellent one at 21-4, 14 KOs from Tokyo, Japan. Introducing the challenger, Fujio Ozaki. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with purple trim, he weighs an even 145 pounds. An outstanding professional record of 42 victories, only 4 defeats, 26 by KO. He's from Hartford, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, the welterweight champion of the world, Marlon Starling.
Well, here we go. Both fighters being led to the middle of the ring by the referee Steve Smoker, who is refereeing his 2nd championship fight. Now let's take a look at the tail of the tape between these 2 fighters. Not much difference there in age. Doesn't really matter. The height about the same. The weight the same. The reach advantage big to Starling. Moments away from the opening bell, Smoker sends Ozaki over to his corner. Looks at the timekeeper, and away we go. Round 1. Starling in the white trunks with a purple stripe, Ozaki in the dark trunks. Mark, really? You think you can have a quick start here from Starling?
Yeah, he'll come out throwing, quick punches from the start. Suki looks like he didn't warm up too much in the dressing room.
Strong guy, though. You see him move Starling back? Just shoves him back.
I think Starling's hands are a little bit too quick for Suki.
Starling has very, very fast hands. A little rough in there right now. One minute has gone in the opening round, scheduled for 12 for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Seems that Marlon Starling is standing very straight up, Randy. It's almost leaning backwards. It's almost very European-like, he's starting. Straight up and down, no bending kind of style. There we go. Midway through round number 1. Referee Steve Smoker is one of those refs who likes the fighters to work on the inside. He'll give them every opportunity to work. A fine ref working his 2nd championship fight. His first was in April of '86. A flyweight championship fight. Bi-Wan Chung winning a 15-round decision over Chung Kwan Chung. Boy, that's pretty good. Thank you. 1 minute remains in round number 1. Ozaki looks much bigger than Starling in there, Randy. And it's amazing. They're just about the same size, but really, physically, Ozaki does look bigger.
Ozaki's waiting too much. Starling's just sitting there waiting for him to punch. I guess he wants to counter him more, but Ozaki's not throwing enough punches.
Ozaki has a redness, and I mean a deep redness around his left eye. There's that left hook again. walking in, you notice we talked about Gil, the earmuff, the hands held high. 10 seconds to go in the opening round.
His hands are so fast, though, Randy. He keeps catching Ozaki with that left hook. Ozaki pulls straight back out, and that's very dangerous.
And we've made it through round number 1. 2, scheduled for 12 rounds for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. The champ in white trunks with the purple, Marlon Starling out of Connecticut, against the Japanese challenger, Fujio Ozaki. Look at that hand speed of Marlon Starling. But then the challenger got in.
Punching right back.
But Ozaki's not a big puncher. You can, he's not throwing a lot of hard punches.
It only takes one in the right place, Mark. These guys can do funny things. You know that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You've done it to a few of them.
A sweeping right hand thrown by Starling. It's missed by that foot. Head to head. All it takes when you're head to head is one sharp move and one man steps back with a cut.
You know, Starling inside also, he's getting his feet even, Randy, which is a no-no. If Ozaki pushes him when he has his feet like that, he's going to go right on his rear end because he has no support behind him. Now watch, you can watch his feet. Got to keep that left foot forward.
He certainly does not have his balance about him thus far in the fight, about midway in round number 2. Well, at least it's a pleasure to see the challenger having come to fight. A couple weeks ago, we saw Carlos De Leon defend his title against a man who apparently didn't even want it. About 1 minute remains in round number 2.
Everything that Starling does, Ozaki does back, but not quite as well.
There's some heavy scar tissue over the left eye of Fujio Ozaki. Has been stopped on a cut once before. A severe cut above his left eye.
Now, Starling came in very light to this fight there, Randy. He weighed 145, but then I heard from one of his handlers that he was actually less than that.
He certainly looked very lean tonight. Some blood around a little bit of blood showing around the right eye of the challenger.
Nice straight right hand by Starling.
About 25 seconds remain, round 2. And Mark Freeland, doesn't Marlon Starling like it on the inside, down in the trenches?
Yeah, he likes to, he likes to come in and push, try to rough it up on the inside, He's not, when we were fighting, he wasn't banging on the inside. He was doing more like wrestling on the inside.
A little showmanship. It's a close fight. I don't think either guy is taking control. Okay, some action from round 2.
There's a good left hook by Starling off that right hand, and look how he shortened that right hand up.
Moments away from the start of round number 3. There's the 10-second warning. Time for the seconds to get out of the ring.
You know, Randy, looking at Ozaki in the corner, he looks a little bit used up, and it's only been 2 rounds. He was sort of gasping for breath, and he looked a little bit the worse for wear.
Well, he's had some damage in the past for both his eyes, and right now a redness around both eyes. His face is red. And Gil looks as if he's taking some deep breaths.
That's what I say. He looked to me like he was gasping for breath.
Is it too early to find a second win?
Absolutely, Randy. If he's not the second win now, that would be gone by about the 5th round.
Later he'll be looking for a 3rd win.
No, it's amazing. He fights very much like an American fighter, Ozaki. I mean, he must have, well, he has a good trainer, former champion Kobayashi, former junior welterweight champ.
Nice use of the left hand by Starling. Picking and moving, just sliding over a little bit to his left.
But, you know, the stance that Starling takes, he starts that left hand from so far back because his left shoulder is pulled back. He's facing the guy. know, Mark, you mentioned that Starling likes to wrestle inside and push the other guys back, but Ozaki's a strong guy, and he's pushing Starling back.
Yeah, he's pushing him back now.
You know, before I thought that Ozaki was wiping some blood from his face, but actually his long black hair is getting in his eyes. He keeps wiping the hair back, pushing it back.
Give him a haircut between rounds.
He calls himself a little Duran. Stretch the imagination, he looks a little like Duran. A little bit.
You mean because they both have chin whiskers?
Maybe that's it. And that black hair.
Hey, we're joking about the chin whiskers, but he's not doing bad in this round either. Good right hand by Ozaki.
Mark Freeland smiled with that one, thinking, hey, if that was my right hand, where would Starling be?
You know, his style, he said his style is different. You know, things are different. I don't see anything different.
Well, he's not fighting Mark Freeland. He said it would be different really for you. Ozaki pulled back, and as he pulled back with his hands down, he ate a right hand.
Doing some pretty good scoring himself, though, Randy.
20 seconds remain in the round.
There you go. There they go. The wrestling again, and Starling cannot get away with the wrestling. The guy's a strong guy.
And another round comes to a close. Another fine round, I think, for the challenger. Round number 4. Scheduled for 12 rounds for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Marlon Starling in the light trunks, the challenger, Fujio Ozaki of Japan in the black. I'm Randy Gordon, along with Gil Clancy, Mark Freeland, and Harold Letterman.
As quick as Starling is, Ozaki is much quicker than I thought he was, and he looked in the gymnasium. He's painting. He's doing a lot of good things in there, Randy.
I was surprised. I heard that his defense wasn't all that good, and he's making Starling miss with a lot of shots. Again.
Starling threw 4 punches, missed 4 punches.
And normally, Starling is more or less a sharpshooter. He doesn't miss many shots. Mark Freeland, you had your title relieved from you by Starling. How's his punching power?
Well, you know, he can punch pretty accurate, you know.
The hardest puncher you've ever been in with?
No, I can't say that. You know, when I pulled back, the shot was there.
Okay.
But I don't think he was the hardest puncher.
See him move Starling back from that left elbow. There, he's moving him back again. Look at this.
Those punches got in, and Starling, all he could do was smile in return.
Big round for Ozaki. Thus far.
1 minute to go in the round. Round number 4. Starling just pulled a Roberto Duran.
Good left hook by Starling. Woke up a little bit now.
Two very crisp right hands by the champ. 30 seconds to go. Round 4. With scoring at home, how do you have it scored? We're going to check in with the Sultan of Scoring as this round comes to a close. About 10 seconds remain.
Low blow by Starling.
Good hip shot.
Good hip shot.
And Harold card.
Well, Randy, I've got a 39-37 in favor of Fujio Ozaki.
Throwing combinations. And he's actually the aggressor in there. There's 8 unanswered punches by Ozaki.
Very nice round for the challenger.
He's a busy man.
Now
Starling better get his act together.
And the smile from Starling. We start round number 5.
I think the Fujio's starting to tire out now. You know, I have him ahead right now, but he's going to tire out.
Well, I thought, as they say, I thought he was getting tired after the second round.
And you know what? I think Marlon Starling's tired of getting shoved around. He's starting to get physical.
Randy, I'd like to find the 4 guys that licked this, Ozaki. I didn't know the caliber of boxing was that high in Japan.
But twice, he was stopped on touch. Once by Teakiwo Tomorari.
All right, Randy.
And Hidekazu Akai. Give me a second roll up the tongue.
Beautiful combination by Ozaki. And those are dangerous punches, Randy. He threw that right uppercut right between the earmuffs. And then here comes Starling back. A lot of Starling punches have been with an open glove, Randy. You have more hand speed that way, but you don't have the power.
Midway through round number 5. Mark, when you fought Marlon Starling, did he ever hit you with an open glove? Let's not get nasty.
Well, I got slapped a lot. I think that one shot he hit me with was a, closed glove. He does hit with a lot of open gloves.
There looks to be a swelling now around the right eye of the challenger. Mark, we've heard you talk all about the champion. Are you impressed with the challenger?
Well, I'm surprised he's still in there. From what I see, he's not as bad as the people were saying.
Mark, not only he's still in there, but he's very, very competitive at this stage in the fight.
Exactly. He's throwing the most punches right now.
And he's throwing the harder, more effective punches, I think.
Seconds to go in the round.
Well, he said that he was going to take the title back to Japan. He stopped by a decision by a knockout.
He certainly has come to Atlantic City tonight, at least to try to take it. Has given an effort 100% since the opening day. And at the end of round number 5, we sit down with the champ. And the bell starting round number 6. Marlon Starling, the champion, the WBA welterweight champion in the white trunks, purple waistband, and the challenger, Fujio Ozaki out of Japan, dark trunks. And he has acquitted himself very well so far here tonight.
Randy, it seems to me Starling looks so small in there. He doesn't look big physically. The other guy's been able to push him around. And as they say, if what the one handler told me, if he was down around 143, I think he may be down a little too fine.
Such a thing about overtraining, huh?
Well, it's not a question of overtraining. It's a question of proper diet. You can train hard without losing weight if you eat the proper food. Rest. He looks like a junior welterweight in there.
He certainly is manhandling the, apparently, I don't want to say weaker champion, but yes, maybe a weaker champion. I don't know if Starling is punching lighter, but certainly his strength does not match that of the challenger.
So far, Randy, even when Marlon throws a right hand, it's just an arm punch. It's almost the same as the left jab. He hasn't really, look at this guy getting off with big punches. Starling hasn't really thrown one punch, as Mike Tyson would say, with bad intentions since the fight started.
Starling snaps the jab, but then takes a hard right hand, and then Starling comes back with a right hand.
But his punches, they just seem to be almost like tap, 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 you know? And this guy is really putting his hip into his punches.
And he put it into his punch.
There's a good left hook.
3 times. Now Starling comes back with bad intentions. Under 1 minute to go in the round.
See that right hand, Randy, was exactly the same as the jab. He just stuck his right hand out there. You have to get a little hip in that punch. Pivot.
That time he just reached out and touched the nose of Ozaki with the right hand. 30 seconds to go in the round.
Nice combinations by Starling now, though.
So many times Starling comes in and his feet start to get tangled up, and he quickly gets back to the classic boxing pose. Left foot forward. As we head to the bell in round number 6. Fight halfway done. Those points, and Harold, your scorecard.
Well, Randy, I've got a 58 to 56 in favor of Ozaki, 4 rounds to 2. I'll tell you the truth. In the 5th round, I thought Starling fought a very smart round in that he started to turn Ozaki and get angles on him. But in the 6th round, Ozaki walks straight forward. He stands straight up, and he still outpunched Starling. And I still think, like you said,
Become more aggressive, a little leaner, and start throwing punches with bad intentions. You know, you allow these guys to get into the fight, and the next thing you know, it's the 11th round, and things get a little shaky. If he's a champion and a better fighter, he better start taking over right now.
And right now is the start of round number 7. We're scheduled for 12. This fight is for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World, the 147-pound title.
Now, there was a good right hand by Starling. Of course, it missed by a foot, but at least he threw it with a little snap on it.
So many times, though, when he does that, as soon as he throws a punch with bad intentions, the challenger comes right back with bad intentions of his own.
Well, that's the idea of boxing. Make the other guy miss and nail him. Here's a good right hand. All punch combination, all by Ozaki.
You know, I have to laugh at many of the writers who are covering this fight. They were saying, Fujio, this guy is going to take a pacing tonight. And so far, Gil, he is not taking a pacing. He's getting hit, but he's acquitting himself very well.
Well, it's a real tough fight to score. Fairly even fight right now. But as I say, as the rounds go by, so desperation time sets in. There's a good right uppercut by Starling. I mean, he has to start taking over, fighting like a champion. I mean, all the rounds are close. Hasn't been Starling hasn't fought one dominant round where he really did a job on Ozaki for the entire round.
Quick right hand, and Starling slid away to his right. As we approach the midway point in round 7.
Now Ozaki's fighting the way Starling fought. Maybe he thinks he learned something. He's starting to just push his punches out there.
Momentum, the ebb and flow, going back and forth in this fight. And right now, the champion appears to be back on top.
And Ozaki's mouth is wide open. Looks like he's starting to gasp for breath. And the people are not happy with the fight up to this point.
Well, they watched some exciting boxing here tonight. A first-round blowout by Jackie Beard. They saw Mark Freeland annihilate his opponent.
Good combination.
Roberto Duran. So far, a very tactical fight here. All the fans are getting a little bit on both fighters' case.
Andy, that was a good exchange by both fighters. And there's Starling with a good right hand to the body, and Ozaki comes right back again.
40 seconds remain in the round.
There's the best right hand to Starling. And look at Ozaki punch right back. Take it right back away from him.
Nothing happened.
Absolutely nothing happened.
There's some heavy scar tissue over both eyes of the challenger, and for him, you have to really hope that the scar tissue holds up, because he is really putting on quite a show tonight. Final seconds of the round.
Andy, this is going to be a very, very tough call.
Round number 8 begins. We're starting to get into the land of championship territory.
No, Randy, as you say, a lot of the newspaper men were saying it was no contest. I'm going to blow him right out. I watched Starling in the gym. He looked like $1 million. I thought, well, this fight's not going to go that far because I never thought that much of the caliber of boxing in Japan. But Ozaki is giving a great account of himself up to now.
Standing right in front of Starling, punching right with Starling, staying with him, punch for punch.
Now Starling is starting to use a left jab, which Eddie Futch told him to use in the corner. He likes to make those earmuffs. He doesn't like to use that jab, but he's much more effective when he is jabbing.
And not only is he jabbing, Gil, he's also using his legs. He's using some movement, left and right. What a tough young man. Starling is whipping the shots at him, landing some hard shots, both to the body and the head. And the challenger just keeps walking in.
There's clean punches by Starling, but really not much on him. He just extends those arms. Looks to me as if Starling's setting him up for a big one right now, Randy.
He's waiting for the right hand. A puffiness around the left eye of the challenger. 1 minute to go in the round. Round 8.
I think Ozaki's running out of gas a little bit. Looks that way to me.
The right hand of Ozaki is down.
Randy, but he's scoring. He's busy. Yes, 1, 2, 3 punches. And now Starling answers back, and yet Ozaki, last tag for Ozaki.
Starling shook his head at him and said, come on, let's go. Let's keep rumbling. You see the time remaining in round 8.
Nice combination by Starling. Throwing punches from odd angles, off balance, and there's not much leverage on the punch.
Starling won the last 2 rounds, but I'll tell you, they were close rounds. I've got it 4 rounds for each fight at 76.
It's a very interesting 4-round fight, as you say, if it's dead even.
They're doing quite a nice job in the corner of Ozaki, keeping that swelling down because his face is beet red. Both eyes are swollen, especially underneath the
Good right hand by Ozaki. Good straight right hand caught Starling coming in.
But the right eye, I believe it's starting to puff up rapidly now.
Nice short combination by Starling.
And Starling sees it and is pecking away with that left hand. Starling looks to be unmarked.
All right. Starling caught him that time, nailed him coming in with a good right hand. Best punch of the fight.
Stand in front of each other.
Ozaki is really starting to wear it down now, Randy.
Yeah, in the previous round. Now, that was the first time.
There goes Starling's mouthpiece, Randy. Got nailed with a good right hand, and out went the mouthpiece.
You know, it didn't look to be that hard a punch.
But it was. That really got Starling's attention.
And just as I was thinking, the snap was gone from Ozaki.
Right in the middle of a sentence, Randy. I said he's starting to wear down. So a nice combination. Now is the time when Ozaki should punch, because if he hits Starling in the mouth now, it's do a lot of damage.
Starling wisely moving a little bit, not standing right in front of Ozaki. 1 minute to go in the round, round 9. In about as competitive and interesting a championship fight as you'll see.
What Ozaki should do now is give himself a little room. Instead of staying in, because Marlon's hands are a little quicker, he throws his punches a little shorter. That's what he should do. Punch from that range. Well, when he's at that range, he's okay. Like from right there is where you should let him go.
The lower right portion of the screen, you see the time remaining, round 9. The Little Duran, as he likes to be called, so far has put up quite a fight.
He should have pegged a little more at the end of this round. He has the guy with his mouthpiece out.
Let's see what Joe exactly what he's got left.
Randy, there was a little bit of panic in Eddie Fletcher's voice at the end of that 9th round when he was giving Marlon instructions. He said, you're going to have to come on. You're going to have to come on and get busy. I mean, they're very concerned in the corner. This is no cakewalk, this fight.
It is not at all. They are very concerned in the corner of the champion.
And another good left hook. Good left hook by Ozaki, right hand, and Starling came back with a right hand.
And it's been very quiet. We haven't heard from Mark Freeland. That's because he had to go. He promised the TV station he'd give him a quick interview. And I'm sure he's upset. He's missing this fight.
Well, this is the range that Ozaki has to stay at. And every once in a while, he wing a punch in there and try to nail Marlon. Because when he's inside Marlon, it's a little too quick for him. Look at the showboat here. Maybe he's more comfortable fighting in America.
This is not strange territory, round 10 for Ozaki. He's been here 6 times before.
Well, he wasn't able to push Marlon back as easily as he had done earlier in the fight, Randy, on the inside. You know, Ozaki is smart, Randy. He's tired. He's trying to give himself a little rest in there.
About 1:15 to go in the round. We talked about the 6 times Ozaki's been this distance. Marlon Starling 16 times.
Well, I had asked Marlon, are you looking past Ozaki to Breland? Maybe you're taking this guy too lightly. He says, no, I'm not. He says, I get into the best shape I can for every fight.
I just really think he didn't know what to expect from the challenge.
Well, he's fighting a guy with an American style. He's fought plenty of fighters with a guy. He nailed Starling, and then Starling nailed him back, Randy.
Starling smiled at him.
But, Randy, he nailed Starling. Look, he had him in a little trouble.
But the legs still look strong. The eyes are clear of the challenge. 30 seconds remain in the round.
Same combination, left hook, right hand. Big round for Ozaki. Up to this point.
Final second of the 10th round. 10 down, 2 to go.
5 rounds to 5. I thought that Starling grabbed the 8th and the 9th by outboxing Ozaki, but I thought Ozaki came back with some nice right hands in the 10th. And the surprising thing to me about Ozaki is the guy stands absolutely straight up.
A lot of the writers have started to check Hal Letterman's scorecards. It's mixed at ringside. Many of the writers think that Challenger is ahead, but yet somebody thinks that Starling is ahead. And here we are, round 11.
There's only 3 guys that really count in this thing, Randy. And we don't know how they're scoring the fight, but I know it's a close fight. Nice move by Marlon Starling, but then he forgot to punch. Starling's trying everything. He's feinting, he's doing everything, but this kid, he just doesn't phase Ozaki, and then after he feints, the guy doesn't fall for the feint, he doesn't get a punch off. Starling should just walk in and start banging. See, the double feint, nothing happens. Over to the side, still nothing happens. Back in front of the guy, feinting. There was a jab, and he tried to get rid of the right hand.
Well, there's certainly nothing will happen when he moves to the side, but doesn't move his hand.
But that's the thing. He's looking, and he's just not getting anything off. There's a good right hand by Ozaki. When he throws it, and it's always from the same range, medium range.
The crowd's kind of quiet, but it's a respectful crowd.
Well, I think everybody's trying to figure this thing out the same as we are, Randy. I mean, it's that tough of a fight. You're trying to see which guy is doing what to whom to give him an edge, and it's so difficult.
A lot of people at ringside who are keeping score.
There's another right hand by Ozaki. And Starling just is not firing.
Right. But people are saying
4 more punches by Ozaki.
and nothing by Starling. Starling tried, got nailed. 1 minute to go.
This is a big minute in this fight, Randy. Starling has to do something to come back and win this minute of this round. 2 nice jabs by Starling.
That left hand Starling tonight really doesn't seem to have much snap.
Yeah, there was the right hand is just so far, but just an arm punch here, Randy, every time he throws it. He doesn't move Ozaki at all with the punch. Missed again. How can he miss a guy standing straight up in front of him? It gets me.
It does look like Ozaki certainly is an easy target to hit. But tonight at times, Gil, he has not been that easy target.
Good right hand by Ozaki. Ozaki knew he hit him with that right hand too, Randy.
Final seconds of round 11. If you score
Good right hand,
how'd you score this one?
Amos Griffith was the champion. He fought all 15-round fights, and he owned the last 5 rounds in almost every fight.
Well, the WBA cut their title fights back to 12 rounds, and this is the final round.
This is it. Right now, this is it. Good right hand by Ozaki, and Starling missed 3 or 4 punches, got nailed again. Ozaki is just doing the basic things that a fighter does. Straight right hand to the body, left jab, right hand. I mean, he's not doing anything fancy or tricky or anything like that. He's just fighting.
That's another thing to respect tonight, but he's really done nothing fancy or tricky, as you said. He has been there. He's been there to fight from round 1.
An amazing thing with Marlon, he still isn't firing. They nailed each other that time, both through right hand. Oh, good left hook by Ozaki. And a right hand to the body. Randy, I don't know what is the matter with Marlon Starling. Maybe he hurt his hand, maybe he feels weak, but he certainly is not fighting a brilliant fight tonight.
Starling's face basically unmarked. The challenger's face is very tough. There you see the time remaining in the fight.
You know, the way Marlon's fighting this round, you think that he thought he was way ahead in the fight.
That he was right, that he just had a coach, just hang in there. Oh, with this scoring, I think it's going to be interesting. If Harold Letterman's scorecard is any indication, Gil, wow. 1 minute to go.
Coaches show you, and so many lives are affected by whoever. Nice combination by Starling, but it's a little late. There's a big right hand and a left hook by, and another right hand, left hook, right hand. He's doing the fighting. And what's he smiling about? He should be fighting. Another combination by Ozaki. Right hand to the body. Just basic stuff, Randy, that's all.
The challenger obviously wants it.
Down to the very last few seconds, Randy. And I think Ozaki fought the last round the way you have to fight the last round of a championship fight.
I'm wondering if the judges will be odd and give some of those close rounds to the champ.
Well, that very well could be. The rounds were very, very close. No question about that. Now, here's Starling has his hands up. They say he fought the last round like he thought he was way ahead.
And the boos here are not for the challenger, but for the champion who's walking around with his hands up in the air. Maybe his final seconds as champion.
Well, they're acting over there, Randy, as if he had won the fight, but
yet I think if the challenger wins it, it's going to be like Japanese New Year.
Look at Starling, swellings over both eyes there, Randy, especially over that left eye, as Howard Letterman said, where that right hand was landing.
You know, that's swelling.
Luis Fernandez scores about 118 to 110. Rodolfo Maldonado has it 117 to 114, and Carlos Sucra scores it 117 to 112 for the winner. And still, welterweight champion of the world, Marlon Starling.
Well, let's go over it again. 118 to 110, 117.